was you, but you left me alone inside these empty, broken walls. And I can't see it clearly, but it's obvious. I know that you left me alone inside this empty, broken hall. And now you'll be the reason why my soul is tainted. Somebody help me, 'cause I'm feeling trapped and I don't know what to do. There's no one to save me from this hurt I feel deep within my bones. Did you ever think of me and see the things I did? Sold my soul and everything I was to the lowest bid. Crawled into your poison dome yet every single time. You got into my mind, you got into my mind. But all I ever wanted was you. But you left me alone inside these empty, broken walls. And I can't see it clearly, but it's obvious. I know that you left me alone inside this empty, broken hall. And now you'll be the reason why my soul is tainted. How can I fix this? 'Cause I need to stop the aching in my head. My heart is breaking. Yeah, I'm tired of being stuck in the
Right, there's one thing I want to look at.
and see the things I did. Sold my soul and everything I was to the lowest bid. Crawled into your poison dome yet every single time. You got into my mind, you got into my mind. But all I ever wanted was you. But you left me alone inside.
What I wanted to look at is underweight. If I can find them. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. But let me just run that down. There you go. Right, it's not that. It's not that. So is it on the standard? I don't think it's that. Let me install that, see if it is that. Because there's a mod that I'm looking for. Well, that comes under weights. That might be it. Yes, that's the one I'm looking for. Yeah, that's the one I'm looking for. Found it. I didn't even know that was a thing on the mod hub. To literally do another stream. That's this for the Lizard PT30. So front loaders, see. So actually now the thing about having issues with weight. Interesting, there's a hook on the front of that. Interesting. How much is that? Let me install that because I'm planning ahead for the year. Does that make sense? Getting a few of these on here now. See, my cow pasture is the one I've got. 80 cows. 40 cows. 35 cows. Right, let's get rolling. See what we can actually achieve. Right. So let's have a look at a couple of bits before we start. The first thing I want to look at. Right, so there's a few. Right, that's a Porsche diesel pack. A couple of mods, but it's these two. So weight can be used rear part of indicator loaders and thus avoid or reduce much possible sway when lifting. Right. Right, only the MLT 737. So there's two. So there's that you can get in class. And that can go. You got that goes to 3k. So what they're saying is only the MLT can handle the 3k. So the MLT would possibly be, won't be a wheel loader, it'd be a front load. Nope. Thought the game was going to crash then. MLT. Be that one. It's MLT 840. Something I'm just interested in learning more about. So I would say on that basis it'd be, because that weighs 7.8 tons. You got a rear hitch on the back. I would say it probably, yeah. What it now means is I don't have to worry about weight. It's basically what it means. Because that was my biggest concern. Right. I wanted to have a look. I want to do some investigating while I'm stuck before we start today. So, if we decide to rebuild this yard, we could leave this like this. And the plan would be, well, there's a hill there. We come over into 24. So you've got 24. Has got that. So you could, because this is what I'm working out now, or you come around the back of here and you do what I was going to do in the first place, and you build off the back of here. So animals, DDD, so you could build your cow farm. So right, that's where we're going to start. Or, this is kind of what I'm looking at now. So I'm looking at options. Or do we keep with the original plan and go, you know what? To utilise this back area. So rear gates on this place. Yeah, but they kind of disappear, so you're going to have to land May flat. So it depends on what flattens out. So if that goes there, say, yeah. And then we can have a look at changing the yard around. Okay. I've got a few ideas. Right, so he's parked there ready to go. We're going to jump in here. And it's just working out. It's just working out the best way of doing stuff. Right. Okay, we need to swing this actually around. We've got a pallet of there to go. So we're going to go wash this to start with. And then we can load up this straight into the doodah. So you kind of one job at a time. I've got a few plans of what I want to achieve and kind of get done on there. Right. It's quite a nice wide gap actually. So we do need to do some work on this. What we got in the silo at the moment. £8,000 litres or something, wasn't it? I'm thinking of going soybeans for next year. I will want to, before we finish. I was thinking of putting the farmyard in the back of here somewhere. But I've actually decided to keep it in. So you got all these open air gardens. So this farm silo I want to get rid of. The best place to actually have the farm, it might be worth moving to 32 or 33. Bottom end of 33. Maybe worth having a look at the bottom of 33 quickly. I've never actually gone over there. So bottom of 33. How flat is the bottom of 33? Because it will be a bit of a drive to our fields. Yeah, don't get me wrong. We can slowly move down. So we can get rid of the course play things anyway. So 34. Because there's a pathway into it and that's what I'm looking at. So I've been thinking about this for a while. The bottom end of 33. It's quite flat down here, you see. And there is a distinct path that comes in. See, stuff doesn't normally get highlighted, but this is actually getting highlighted, this pathway, and this around these trees. Which actually makes a huge difference. you could potentially see there's a nice big withered plot. And that the centre land would sit. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to move the farm. You could potentially have the cow barn coming in. Like even covered off. You've got this pathway here. You've got this bit of woodland here. So you could effectively take some trees out and just slot it in there kind of thing. And build your yard around that. I quite like that as an idea. So sell what we've got and then move down here. So yeah, I think that's what we might end up doing. So I'm not, at the moment, I'm not going to do anything to that field. So I think we'll be moving into 33. So you've got this gap where you can actually effectively put stuff in. And then, yeah, what we can do is we can then expand out this way. But you can always keep this. And keep most of your farming equipment down here. You just would have the cow barn down here with all the stuff. You got this grass field out the back you can cut for grass. And you just move all your animal production, slowly move down. So it'd be something I'd be tempted by. Might do some trees next game day. Because we could potentially move down. Because looking at grassland, what we've done on here. Like, where do you go out from here? Because we're going to keep 23 for the having the sawmill and stuff like that. So you've got a big forest, you're on the end of 32. Unless there's another spot that would work a bit better. Maybe them two. Because there's a direct path up. Maybe them two. Because there is this loop. Unless we develop 26. I go, you know what, let's just take the whole forest out and So we could always do that, just take the whole forest out. So we can re-put one back in, it's not an issue. We could always move the forest further back. Unless we just put it on that front bit of land. So priority will be where that cow barn lives. That would be the priority. So we just we take that barn out. We just take that row of trees out. That's always a possibility. So that's kind of what I'm looking at on here, is working out where we go. Because the only thing I don't like at the moment is the silo. That's the only thing I don't quite like. So I would want... I might move our house, if I'm going to be completely honest. The front loader tool shed will go. I want where the grass, where those greenhouses are, I probably will keep them. But actually, just take... take the bushes out. So yeah, I've got a few plans that I want to achieve. And to be honest, we may actually be able to have enough room to keep this filled in. And just buy another plot of land. Because potentially you could just buy 36. And then expand the farm into 36. Because the problem is, you really need 35 and 36 for the cow barn. We could always put it here. Or we take that out and then expand, build across so this comes out. And we put get rid of one. So I've got a few plans. What are the chickens like, by the way? I only checked how many chicks we've got. So I've got 2 barns. 30, 60, 90, 120, 160. So next game day we'll have another 30. $8.50 they're up to now. Might have to drop another bale in soon. I just want to just check something quickly. I need to sort my tags out, so that's what just ran one on. Soybeans, that's what I was going to look at next quickly. Was soybeans. Farm Sim Academy. Farm Sim Academy. Soybeans. So canola is 5,800. So you get yeah, soybeans you get 4,500 by 8. So you get 1,300 less. You get a bit more money for your buck. So, average selling price for 1,000 litres is 2,000 per 1,000 litres. So, so we got 8 off that field. So we get 7,000. You're probably getting slightly more. But we actually got the price of, because that's what I'm working out. Is it worth putting it in? So canola, your best price is 709.12. We've just gone through that. So you get £7,000. Your canola, you got 9 in there. So 9. So calc 9,000 times 0.7. 6,000, whereas say you get 8,000 and it's at 1.2, you get 9,600. So canola, yeah, try this again then, just to make sure my maths is right. 0.763, whereas say you had 8,000 by 1.29. So yeah, we're gonna go soybeans. The next harvest. So we're going to switch to soybeans. Just because we need some money in the middle of summer. So we will be switching to soybeans. So what that means is, by switching to soybeans, your planting window for soybeans is different. So soybeans April, May. So we don't actually need to do anything with these bottom fields for a while, which is kind of a good thing. So I might go, right, let's so after we've cut this, we might go take a load of trees out and then replant them. We need 1 full trailer. That will do us. So we'll get these fields cut. We'll do it to that cut because let's work this one out. So we got 5 of them at the moment. That's giving us 50,000. 60, 70, 80, 90. 90. It will be 2 harvests. So So I think we might put a lot more greenhouses in. We may make 14,000 off the canola. How much the... Right, I'm just doing calculations at the moment, just working out if we've got enough money to do everything I need. Mm-hmm. Eventually, I want to go to that. 360 quid for 1,000 litres, bang. So, because I'm working out the best way, or if we can actually afford enough to get the cow straight away. We got any straw blowers in game? That's the other question. We've got any straw blowers? $37. Might see if there's a cheaper straw blower. So that's kind of where I'm at the moment with this. I am looking and planning. I'm kind of looking and planning and investigating. So I'd still be tempted to take them trees out and keep this filled. Because actually, we haven't got enough. That's what I'm tempted to do. Just take them trees out. Just take this top end out. And I might actually be tempted to do that sooner rather than later. Just save it, take it out, and just see how it looks. I am tempted just to use a little bit of fur to get these up to 100%. I might actually just do that, take the whole forest out. Move the greenhouses. Greenhouses might actually be able to stay. Might just do this for landscaping. It's very costly. That ain't bad. But what we pulled off here isn't actually that. Yeah, that's considering everything going on. Not a bad, yeah. Because after the cows, we don't need anything else. The cow barn's the next biggest thing. And while this is unloading, we'll have a look at those tree lines. Yeah, of course, that's not going to go underneath. So even if you keep this, but you then get rid of this top bit. Problem is, it's a massive, massive hill. So if you do get rid of this, it's on a massive, massive hill. Said you potentially could chuck it in there. And then just take a row of trees out the back. So you take, because that would sit in there quite nicely. So yeah, I would say I would keep all this, unless you go that side. Potentially could. Just come down a bit further. So yeah, I think that's what we'd do. We'll take everything. We'll clear the forest completely out. To this side of that barn. Take the barn out. Move all the implements out. Might actually start doing that sooner rather than later. I thought I was on. Just wondering if my settings have changed. My blurriness. So give me 2 seconds. I want to check if I'm on optimum settings. Hold on. Where's my settings? Oh, I've got this driver installed to do. That I thought I already did. Let me have a look at some additional settings. Not sure if that's helped or not. As we use the equipment, we're not going to put it back in that barn. See what? That's probably the worst headland I've ever tried to connect. See, I want to connect these two fields together. Not sure if it's possible. But that's what we're going to go next. We're going to connect these two together. But I don't know if I'm going to do that this season. It's something I am looking at. Something I'm going to have a look at and work out. Might still put canola in actually. Might do a mixture, 3 fields of I missed. Yeah. Three fields of canola or OSR. I thought you might raid in. Welcome, welcome, raiders. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for the follow, Mamadou. I hope you had a good stream, Viking. I hope you had a really good stream. Yeah, welcome to... Thank you for the follow. Dabos Lady 85. Thank you. And thank you for the follow, Barbie. Welcome in. What you're going to witness is madness, basically. So this is a No Man's Land survival experiment to the extreme. Yeah, Viking, I hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's not bad. I am, yeah, pulling an experiment out on here, which is fun. Thank you, Farmer. My brain is not working with language today. Treadle, Farmer Treadle, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Much appreciated for all your follows. Yeah, you're basically witnessing a survival experiment to the max. 90 odd hours in. Mamadou 53. Thank you for the follow as well. Yeah, pretty much. And I'm kind of learning what to do and what not to do. Which is always fun. So it's just literally just working out the best way going forward. And how to make the best profit going, really. I'm actually going to re-put that back on. Let's see. I hope, Viking, I hope you had a really good stream. Hope your multiplayer went well. So the plan really on here is so the next biggest purchase we got is a cow barn, and then get equipment for the cow barn. We haven't got too many outlays going out. I decided for the next harvest to dry soybeans, just because what I noticed is that all my selling is going out in the winter. We got no profits coming in the spring. We got the sheep when they eventually come out, and the sheep are hilarious. Don't get me wrong, the sheep are hilarious. I got swimming. If you haven't seen, I've got swimming sheep. Pebbles be able to clarify that. I have swimming sheep. That's missed the target line. What's that called it? Just about. That's just about done it. So I reckon with the next 5 harvests, probably about 150 hours in, we should just start to make some decent cash on here. This is probably one of the most hardest survival experiments I've ever done. I've tried not to take out too many trees. I've tried to keep the farm kind of how the PDA has it, the forest in the right place and stuff. We do need to save up money for paint, because this is looking a bit worn. So we do need to save money for that at some point. But I think that after buying the cow barn and then buying the equipment we need to get the cows running, we can start looking at the factories we need for... So I've downloaded, and I'm still trying to get the best way of doing it. So I've downloaded the maintenance, because I'm on PC. I got the maintenance cost and painting cost. So, yeah, some people do. Some people do like the painted look. It's one of those things where if you've got the money, do it. But because of how much it costs, it's not a priority a lot of the time. So I've been umming where this cow barn should go, and I think, reluctantly, I'm going to take this middle forest out, sort of over there. That silo I'm going to replace because it just doesn't look right on no man's. I've still got tons of room in the hopper. I just find the awareness, I don't know if that's the right word. That's not the right word, is it? Awareness is not the right word. How worn and how quick the used look on these get is just a bit ridiculous. Like the Landini I've got over there, where am I? There. That is lost all its paint. It doesn't look too bad. Whereas this just looks like, yeah. It's not too bad. It's probably got naught paint for 9 hours on it. So it's doing well. I can't wait to the combine harvest. Well, two things. I can't wait for April the 19th. 31 days left. And then precision farming comes out. I really can't wait for that. That's like one of the biggest things for me. And I'm hoping, I've seen it, so I know he's doing it, but I don't know what errors he's hit. I've also seen the realistic combine harvesting mod. I can't remember what it's called. It was on 19. It's been floating around in the testing list for a little bit. I don't know if any mods have come out today. I'm not sure. But if any of you are on PC and you want a realistic, it's not great for big farms, but if you want a realistic head combine that and I've slightly missed my landing on that. So this is the John Deere side hill. So the benefit of this is compared to a lot of the combines, it mimics real life, so it keeps the header level to the field depending on where the combine is. So this is, you won't really see it on this field too much. The only annoyance is it only runs a 4 meter header, and actually not many of the base game combines do it either. I was looking at the XML files and only a couple of them. There's some very highly detailed mods floating around on Facebook and stuff for PC. Maze Plus should be coming, well, it's in the process of being tested at the moment to be put on the, to be released to Giants. So that's in the process of coming back. So yeah, we're into March now. November, December, January, February, March. This game's been out, what, 5-6 months nearly? Yeah, how many hours am I actually on here now? Yeah, 101 hours. So for 101 hours, it's actually quite impressive how far I've got. There's a bit here I missed. The only problem when you're not using GPS, because what I've noticed is it's easy to run straight, but it's not always easy to get your lines correct. Anything else come up in use today? No. There's a little bit there. So if any of you guys are running custom fields, my advice is, if you're on PC, of course, so if you're running custom fields, use the course play, draw your own field border, and then you can use, and then that'll give you how many hectares or acres you're running. and then you can then work out. Because it's funny, a lot of my regulars who know me knows how much hours I put in off camera to work out budgets and stuff to make a profitable farm. Like, yeah, we might be 171 down at the moment. And that's just because how the farm's running. Money comes in and money goes straight out, depending on time, what we're doing. So I think I am going to take out all them trees at the bottom of field 1. I wasn't planning to. So yeah, where that barn is, I'm going to take that barn out and I'm going to take all them trees out. And I'm actually going to redesign the whole bottom end of the farm. We might actually have enough to pull 88%. We might have a cut or two. We'll see how far up we can get before we need to get it emptied. So for those that are in here, remember we got a little bit. Yeah, we have. Right. Remember to smash that follow button for more daily content from me. We might actually be able to get to the end of this and have enough room. Hopefully. We're at 96% at the moment. Yeah, we will do. Okay. It's funny actually with how well this okay. It's the only problem with manual overload. There you go. You got to be like in the middle of that trailer. Manual overload to work. So how much is in here at the moment? $7,000, yeah, 7,000 litres. So most of the field is sort of, yeah. Just watching that fertilizer counter. That's all I'm doing. Yeah. It's the only problem with this combine with using Right. Yeah, it doesn't quite reach. That's the only issue. The only issue, it doesn't quite reach. So we've got 3 fields left. Yeah, it seems to be most of the field, if I can find the information I want, is fertilised roughly 30%. So I'm planning to join this field and that field together. It might not quite go to plan, just because of the way stuff joins. Or I'll leave them separate. I haven't actually worked out. The thing is, I will be joining up. I will be making the fields a lot bigger as we get bigger equipment. So our fields at the moment are about half a hectare, sorry. So yeah, so most of our fields are about half a hectare. Got a couple of big ones like the barley field at the back. That's 1.4 hectares. That's mainly just for our chickens. Right. Fuel and maintenance is doing well on here. And that's all it is. It's just, yeah, working through stuff. As I say to people who were in here the other day, I was saying that how I started this series was with a 1 metre plough. And I was doing 3 fields with a 1 metre plough for about 4 seasons or 4 harvests. Might put 2 headlands on this field actually. Thing is, when we had 19, I did 2 series on here. I did a unlimited budget series, which was great, and then I moved to save on the PC when I really got into started getting into this kind of streaming handle and stuff. Moved it across, and then went on to the survival side of things, and I went trees and forestry. But that series was more for the YouTube than the stream. Whereas this time I've gone, right, let's just get this on the stream. So if you miss anything and you want to sort of know the progress, it's on YouTube. So all the vlogs are. See, you could actually technically join all three of these together. Keep that top one separate. Because that would actually join in quite well. That might be a bit too shallow. Just where it is in the positioning. So after buying the cow barn, the next couple of big things is there's a cedar that I'm looking at, 9 metre cedar that's only 60,000, and that'll run off this Landini with no problem. And there's a 9 metre planter, and then it means we can then start upgrading the field sizes. I am thinking some of the spruce and pine forest to cut and plant with oak and put an oak forest in. Because that's one thing with me, is I don't like changing the PDA. So, like where the forests are meant to be, I want to kind of keep it. But sometimes you just got to expand your farmland out a little bit. So it doesn't always work out how you always plan it to work out. There's a little bit of a slow progress with how I do stuff, but if you just went in with a £1 million setup, then it would soon get boring. So I've used GPS to mark these fields out, so I've tried to keep my angles at 45 or 90. I think the fields are about right size. They could do with, I possibly am going to widen these a fraction. So I got a 4 metre plough. So it won't be that difficult to widen the things. Right, because of trying to push for affiliate, everyone who's in, and I've missed, yeah, we've missed a point on that, but it's fine, we can always come back. I'm watching my viewers very, very closely right now because of Twitch's policy of having an average of 3, which can be an absolute pain. I'm watching my views very, very carefully to keep an eye on the average. That kind of makes sense. Because I was talking to another streamer the other day, and what he was saying to me was how averages work is it takes it over the whole stream. So there you go. So if you sort of keep streaming and then you go from, say, 15 people in down to 0, your average will drop through the roof. Thanks. I have turned that down slightly through my headphones are slightly running, so it doesn't always come through. So it does. It's not the worst. It's not the worst, but yeah, that keeps me awake. Good to know you're still lurking in the background. But yeah, no, it was I can't remember who I raided into the other night, and it's something I didn't realise because we were talking about average views, and you'll know this. Getting to where you've got to kind of thing. And how you've got to watch your averages and just make sure to get your average of 3 you don't drop too low. He said if you start off your stream and then halfway through, like you've raided, and then you go for, say, 6 hours, and over the period of that 6 hours, your views drop out. So it's something from today's stream I'm going to be doing a bit more close, or keep a close eye on. But as I was saying to him as well, it's about building a community. When you get your regulars in as well, it kind of helps. It's funny, when I started this out roughly September, October, I think, 2021, so the back end of 2021, another streamer said to me, or a modder who's on Twitch, Missy B, yeah, I'm going to plug her channel. So if you want to watch an amazing female modder, Missy B modding, absolute brilliant female modder in the game, one of the only female modders in the game. She was saying to me, yeah, so average, she's in the process of trying to rebuild River Farms, which she kind of is regretting at the moment. She sort of had to start it again because John's editor crashed it, so she's in the process of trying to bring River Farms back, because yeah, I'm one of her staff members, so I'm keeping an eye on all her work very closely. She said, because I was trying to promote YouTube and I wasn't really getting anywhere, she goes, kind of ditch the YouTube in a way, and focus on Twitch. Get your community on Twitch and they'll follow you over on the YouTube. And that's kind of what I've been trying to focus on. You'll do fine, mate. You're doing the right thing. Sorting your live notification out. Thank you, mate. That means a ton. And I didn't know. I was like, yeah, okay, I'll give it a go and just see. She's naming a farm for me. Wait, can't wait to get my hands on the map. It'll be a long while yet, I reckon. So the other night she did 11 hours on it. But what people don't realise is, and I was saying to someone the other day, like making sheds, because I've dabbled in a bit of modding myself, creating my own things. Creating sheds and farm buildings takes a week, 2 weeks. A map can take 6 months to a year. I know, but I keep an eye on what she's up to, and then Titch comes in. Yeah, exactly. And people just don't realise how much how much time goes into it. So you getting your own farm on rivers then, are you, or on another map? I've missed that bit there. I'll come back to that in a second. A couple of bits I've missed. I try and plug Missy B on here as much as I can. On River, I think. Been a while since she offered, so I'm sure that's what she said. Yeah, because she's looking to make a realistic Canadian map. Because one of my well, he's not in here. He'll be at work. One of my Canadian friends who comes in the channel quite a bit when he's around is sending her sort of all of the screenshots and bits and pieces. I thank you. Oh, that's hilarious. He's great down to earth as well, because if I have any issues with mods and stuff, it's great because I can just send him over and go, help, what have I broke? But yeah. Yeah, no, exactly. I just can't quite afford some of her stuff at the moment. So I've got some of her mods installed on here, like her farm fuel site and her farm fuel storage, and her silos and stuff. I just, because of the style of gameplay I'm running at the moment, I've just not been able to afford it. Are you running... I forgot to ask, I think you are. You're running PC, aren't you, Viking? Oh, we need to go empty this. We've hit a tree. Nothing to see there, chat. We've just smacked into a tree. We get off the tree, please. Yeah, nothing to see there. Absolutely nothing to see. I said you're on PC, aren't you? Thank you for the first time chat and welcome in Heroic Plebs 75. So, do you... Right, before I say, let me just say hello to Heroic Plebs. I hope you are well, Heroic. I hope you are doing well. Welcome into what can only be described as the weirdest channel on Twitch for experiments. If you want to break something, want to know how something runs, this No Man's Land Survival Series will probably have you covered in whatever way possible. So... while that's unloading, we'll jump in the forklift a minute. I've got to do some tidy on this. these couple of bits, these open air greenhouses I've got, I can't remember the modder. I've got a link on my Discord for them. In the winter, the modders made it so they get greenhouse glass put in. So in the summer they're open, in the winter they're shielded. Do you mostly get your mods? Do you mostly get your mods from Mod Hub, or do you look around? Because I mainly get mine from King's Mod. Because I've actually noticed so many issues. Yeah, I agree. I've been noticing quite a few issues with dodgy mod sites. So I mainly use King's Mod because I think it's a Giants partner that runs it or something off the top of my head. So King's Mod. But one thing I've now got in the habit of doing, so as soon as I see a mod I like, I download it and then I run it through the testing tool. Because what I've kind of noticed is a lot of the mods that come through. Yeah, so if you give me a second, I'll show you. So let me just give you an example. Because most people don't know about this, and this is the way to make sure your game does not break. So let me just run, if I can find what I'm looking for. Let me just show you. Because I'm trying to tell everyone about this, because it's the way to make sure games don't break. Let me just choose a random mod. That'll do. So make sure, so this is it, test runner public. So you can get this from the Giants. If you type into Google, it come up. So you get any mod, you unzip it, you do that, and then you get this comes up. And then you get the test result. So this isn't 100%, but then this is what all the modders use before putting it in game. And then you can tell if there's any issues with the mod. Right, new mods have dropped. If you're going to put an outdoor pasture in, make it so they're 500 capacity. Manure factory. Manure production. Liftable pallets. Okay, so mods are just dropping. We'll have a look at that in a bit. And then, have you worked out how to use... And then have you worked out how to use the... I can't remember what it is. Development controls this. Because the other thing I do is, when I drop my mods in, and I can tell you exactly which one I'll always go to. So for this, okay. Giants in 22 have updated this. So you get this log, and the yellow is just warnings, the red are errors. So that's also how you sort of can tell what's going on. But I'm now in a habit, and what I've noticed running in the testing tool, the biggest issues I kind of find is the image, and I can go into details if you want me to. The image So, like, the icons... What on earth? Oh, yeah, of course, this feels dodgy. Forgot about that. This field is dodgy. Forgot about that. This field is dodgy. Yeah, when I kind of created this, I kind of created that with a little bit of a dodge. It's not quite perfect. Right, this is what I'm on about by the side hill. For a bit of realism. Like... Because what I found is a lot of the mods that come through, like Kingsmod and stuff, have certain errors. So most of it's just images and mod disk. It's so I know I don't put broken mods in my game pretty much. So... And it's funny, a lot of it I've self-taught how to look for errors and stuff. And then I kind of know what I'm running is sound. Yeah, this technically is slightly out of field boundaries. So this is going to be interesting to see if we get an error come up on field boundaries or not. Are we actually going to be okay? Okay, that's good. So that's the only thing I was slightly concerned about was field boundaries. I'm also using the straw mod that in theory refertilizes the ground when you drop it, which works semi-okay. Because for this survival series, I've used a lot of cheap mods just to get over issues. If you want a couple of nice mod packs as well, and you want something looking fairly fancy, it's on the mod hub, but there's also an expansion pack on her website or his website. These Bavarian sheds with that roof, they also do extended ones on the website. And then also on Facebook there's Elk Creek Modding, do some nice sheds. There's a lot of and this is kind of why I'm glad I went to PC, because there's a lot of for my kind of gameplay, especially on No Man's Land, how I'm planning to run. Because the plan for me is after I've got the cow barn in, I will be starting to look at factories. So the plan would be to go to go down the road of probably 500 sheep, fabric, and then clothing, and then save up for a cotton harvester and go into cotton. But that's probably about 15 seasons away. So I'm running at the moment about £120,000 profit a year, minus tractor expenses. Know me, with the amount of calculation I'm doing, because I am running a spreadsheet I started it last winter. So I'm running a spreadsheet of all my sell figures. I might actually start doing an expense sheet as well. All my expenditures, so I know how much. But generically, I am probably running... Yeah. Don't always look at this completely. But our... Oh, we still got a £10,000 loan. Thought we cleared that. Yeah, 936 on property maintenance. So we're losing... So minus fuel costs and repairs, generic building maintenance and stuff like that, we are looking at about 12 grand a year. Oh yeah, Viking, if you want, I think I found it off Facebook. So I think, let me just see if I can pull his name up. Someone I would recommend you to follow on YouTube. I think it's him. Let me see if it's him. So there's a couple, I can't remember. So one of them is the farm sim guy. There's also someone else. I was trying to find if I can see who it is. Yeah. So farms. So also Farmer Clean or Clen. Yeah. So I've got his for the dashboards. Yeah. And then Farmer Clen, I think it's called. Clean, yeah, that's the one. I follow him for mods that don't always get highlighted. So stuff off Facebook, because a couple of things he's highlighted I've got on here. This nice cheap S2 2200 forage wagon. That fits in this series really well. He's also highlighted a couple of big but cheap seeders. I've just clicked on his YouTube page very quickly trying to think for the farm sim guy, and I've just noticed that he's put out a couple more run pages. Because I use, for farm sim, I got his fence screen because it gives me maintenance. And it technically means I could turn the HUD off. Because I've got everything I need on sim dashboard, so I could potentially just turn the HUD off. And run without the HUD. I might do that. I don't need the HUD on. I can just wipe the HUD out. I've got everything in front of me that I need. And that's kind of the nice thing with sim dashboard. If you set it up correct, you don't actually need the HUD running. Have you looked at the REA wheels mod that came out yesterday? I do love the dust that gets kicked up on this. How are the animals doing, by the way? Before we forget, I'm just going to run. They've still got enough. They've got enough. They've got enough. They've got enough. Okay, we're good. Because I used the similar thing in 19. I just had a few issues with it, with stuff sinking. I can't believe I'm still holding between 18 to 23 viewers. It keeps coming and going slightly. It's not bad off. 2 headlands, 58%. That's not bad at all. Might actually just run this straight into the chopper. Now we've done sort of the 2 headlands. Let's see if we can pick this corner up. It will allow me to come in this way. No, it won't. Okay, can we actually get them? That's going to be the type plan. Can we actually get enough angle? Yeah, we can do. Okay, good. Right. 60% full. Yeah, we'll just let this unload. Okay, so I think that means our trailer's full. Right. Do that, do that. I think... Have we surpassed the target? Yeah. I can't believe that. We've still got 2 fields to go and cut. That's ridiculous. Thank you, Viking. I'm shocked how much canola I've pulled off. I am absolutely shocked at how much canola we've pulled out of these fields. We've still got 1.5 fields to go. Yeah, there you go. That's my swimming sheep up in the distance. So where are we up to now? 30,000 litres? If I can find what I'm looking for. 31,000 litres. I am shocked. I am absolutely shocked as anything. I was not expecting this much. And we've still got 6% in here to go. I'm really surprised with how much. Yeah, this is the only problem with this. It doesn't quite. You gotta come in a bit of a weird position. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, I was expecting, if I'm honest, 20,000 litres of canola. And we probably would have done it if it was that. Okay, so we have got a little bit of liming to do on 1 and 9. So it'd be 9 that needs it. Okay. No ploughing needed, which is good. Yeah, I'm completely shocked. We might have enough to put the cow barn down for next spring. We need 150. We might have enough to actually do that. Anything come up on the use at the moment or not? No. Because the rule we're doing on here is no leasing at all. And to be honest, the only... Danger engaged. Hello, welcome in. Welcome to what can only be assumed as the madhouse, the craziness. And if it breaks, it breaks. Hope you're having a good afternoon, buddy. Hope you're having a good afternoon. Can we get a shout out? I've got no moderators in here, have I? If it breaks, burn it. Right. Let me try something because I've got no moderators in here. I want to get a couple of shout outs. So give me 2 seconds. This may or may not work, so give me 2 seconds. Has that worked? Yep. Them are 2. Ah, Missy B's rocked up in the background. Hey, Missy, we were just talking about you earlier. I need to get my shout outs fixed just to get it like sort of everyone else. Missy, do you want to give yourself a shout out? I know I don't normally say that. Do you want to give yourself a shout out? Okay, fine. Fine. I'll do it myself then. There you go. If you're not following the wonderful Missy B, where have you been? Go and chuck her a follow and go and give her some love and support. She needs it. Think. Unless I've just got myself in trouble. Oh boy. Sometimes living under a rock's best place. Missy, how hard would it be to make a cow barn with 500 cows in for the mod hub? It's warm and tough. Because it's starting to annoy me that there is not a lot, like, the only one I've got on here at the moment is, I got a lot of cow barns. So I got this one that does 150. The closest I got is this one here, 490. I got an open pasture, which I don't really want to use, gives me 250. The modern welt ones with the, I quite like this, it's small and cute, but it's only 80 with the robot feeders. Again, a medium barn. Are you working on a sheep pen as well, by any chance? Got 2 new projects going on. Yeah, I kind of call that. Because like today, if I just pause this. So, I noticed on the mod hub there was 2 outdoor pastures put in, but they've only got 40 and 45 cattle. Like, to make any decent profit, you need at least kind of like 100 plus to make any decent profit. At the moment, all I want to do is play the game. Yeah, that's fair enough. I can kind of understand that. So I'm guessing as a moderate, I wouldn't say the word bored, but like frustrated, I'm guessing is the word, is probably more of a correct terminology. So yeah, chat, I gave the shout out, so Danger Engaged, definitely go give him a follow. 45 cal, I know my table on Sunday for my roast. Yeah, because if you look at, so I haven't, no, if you want to, yeah, Wisebot may ban you. I won't. But like, so animals, so cow barns, so the basic part, so the maximum you get is 80 base game. This from the mod hub from the pack is 45, and then they've changed it off their website. Why? What's happened now? Because I know they don't like duplicate things. Unless it's 3 meters and they get paid. There's a lot of like duplicate like Massey 8s on the flip, Massey 6, 7s on there. I find it hilarious they rejected your honey pallets because there was too many duplicate. Like, for me, duplicate is the same thing. Like, if the honey pallet looks and functions different, then surely... I've just missed that, haven't I? Manure factory out they put bales in makes manure. Yeah, I haven't probably looked through the mod hub yet. I've just had a quick glance a second ago. Is that something... Right, chat, I'm going to ask you a really stupid question now. Would that be something from real life? Like, would that be a real life kind of thing? You put bait, you... That's what I'm thinking. I'm like... Okay, I thought I was being stupid. Because, like, for instance, I've got... Where is it under this lot? I've got so many different mods on it. Seed production, which makes sense. You put these different types of seeds and get seeds. Unless my bells are full of poo, I'm done. Exactly. Like, for a manure factory, surely it should be... something that rots down. Like what you have with the compost. So yeah, I'm trying to think of how to make manure without having a lot of poo around. Could you fill it with silage? Would silage work or not? Yeah, I'm trying to avoid that in my head. I was trying to avoid that in my head. I was trying not to go down that road. For hell's sake, I've got... Where is it in here? I lose where everything is in there. I've got the... Tons of mods, as you kind of can see. Pack of premium pallets and bags. I've got 1,000 litres of poo right there. I'm guessing for someone who's not playing realistic and I'm guessing for someone who's not playing realistic and who don't want the hassle of animals, but they've got excess of 2 billion bales, then it's a good thing. But I'm trying to work out realistically, so what? The bales go in, you got little minions that put it into a heat exchanger, and the byproduct of whatever happens inside that factory turns into manure. Or is it, bales go in, little people poo on the straw, and that then ferments into manure? I am literally trying to realistically work this one out of my head. What, is there a sign on the door saying, not sure why they stopped letting you put straw bales? Don't even try. Hang on. You can't, I've not actually used the BGA yet. Because in 19, I know you could do silage, and I know you could do... Don't even try. I know in 19... Can you still stick hay in there? Giants are full of it, so don't put it into the equation. Pillowcase Face. Welcome into the Ash Cloud. Welcome into the craziness, the mentalness, and just the pure... Yeah, whatever this is. Not sure what you're letting yourself into, but appreciate the follow, bud. Only on modded maps, right, okay. What happened to Alien Jim's BGA that was on 19? Does anyone know? Because I've not actually looked if he's made it as a separate mod. How you doing, Pillowcase Face? Peace. Can I just call you? Yeah. Pillowcase Face, how you doing? Well, I'm wondering where the BGA is, or I haven't seen it. Or you going, you sure that I'm... Yeah. I've kind of got lost. This is what I hate about this stream being 30 seconds behind chat. Yeah. He never made one. Okay. Which is a bit of a shame, because that was quite nice. It was like £30,000. It was a shame that, like... Yeah, I don't know if he rushed to get this out, but like him not putting a wood chipper in, Bring back Sussex or riot. Like, he's added the sawmill in, but it's humongous. Have you seen the size of the sawmill? It's like, let me just show you the sawmill. It's like... It's like even the base game sawmills. I don't know if I've got any. Are there any sawmills? No, there isn't. It might be standard size then. Because that is huge. I haven't... It's the one from base game. Right. Okay. So you just covered that. That explains that. This is why it's good to have a modder in chat, because, yeah. I think when I think the next map I'll be doing eventually will be Hollow's Hobbit. Chat, have you seen Calmsland? Or opinions on Calmsland? Because everyone I've spoken to has got a mixed opinion on it. Pebbles loves it. Next map I'll be doing is others. Because my problem with Calmsland is I've looked at it, but it just... I don't know, it might just be me, but it feels like half a No Man's Land kind of thing, which it is. But like, from the reviews I've seen of it, because I've not actually probably looked into it, like, I love the idea that there are farmyards you can expand into. But like in every single game mode, he's left the buildings and vehicles in kind of thing. Because I was thinking of moving on to Calmsland from here. What I would love is a 4 times No Man's Land. That's why I haven't done my version. I would have got slated for it. What's the Irish map called? I forgot. It looks nice. The problem is, Missy. Okay, I wouldn't say you get slated for it. The problem is because of No Man's Land. Soon as you... And it's something I didn't realise till Calmsland comes out and all the comments surrounding Calmsland is that Maypole. Yeah, Game of Dragon is running that. The only thing I've heard about that is the PDA looks unfinished. The thing is, if you run a No Man's Land, you literally have to go and copy No Man's Land to the book or do something completely different. And that's the only thing for me with Calmsland is like, hey Barbie, 1201. Welcome in. Yeah, no, I agree. Maypole is cool. It looks brilliant map. Like, as soon as you build a blank canvas map, as soon as you build a blank canvas map, that's the issue. People will compare it, and they've done that to Continent. They'll compare it to No Man's Land, which is unfair. The only question I really had was, why does it look like he's created his own sheds, but then used base game? I'm not sure how... Hobbs plays really nice, but not enough blank spaces to make it multiplayer, but can't use big equipment. Are we on about Maypole? Or are we on about Hobbs? So you're on about Hobbs. Seems a little small for a 4 times. And you're on about Maypole. Yeah, I've not actually probably looked at Maypole. I've only seen bits. And yeah, Hobbs... I had a quick look a couple of nights ago at Hobbs, or Hobos, should I say. And I love the field varieties. You've got like some very, very tiny half-acre fields. And then some like 40-hectare fields. So that's kind of cool. Have you heard that they might be trying to push a condensed 16 times map to console? I saw a post on Facebook yesterday about that. I don't exactly... PV County. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I just saw a brief post on it yesterday. Is a maze trying to... It's not going to happen with 16 times. I don't exactly know what they've done to it. They cast it as a condensed 16. I don't know what that means. So May's trying to get into the fields. Yeah, I was watching Game of Dragon on Maypole trying to get to the fields, and the PDA just does not help one bit. The only problem using manual discharge is that you've got to get that in the centre of the trailer. I'm literally just going through the mod hub. Wow, there's a lot more mods that have dropped than I expected. So I'm just seeing if there's anything on here that stands out. I'm going to probably be on for about another half an hour. Another 30 hours yet. Oh boy. I'm just shocked that I'm still holding 19 people in here. I think they must have all fallen asleep on chat. Just gone. 19 people have just lurked, left their phone somewhere. I'm shocked. And the thing is, I've not broken anything yet, or done any serious experimenting just yet. Hey Enzo, good to see you in. Right, what's up Enzo? What's happened? Okay, so he's not feeling like a duck today, he's feeling like a woolly sheep. What is my alerts on? Let me just bang that up. Let me just adjust that. I've lost chat. There you go. Get the game back. I'm a sheep because a lot of people hate them. Okay, what's happened at school today then? Okay. Someone has shouted at you for 2 days because no one and says no one likes you. Right. And what's led up to this? Right, that's fine, Missy. Oh, by the way, I have caught up with your stream from last night. Have fun at the shop. And yeah, I do rewatch your streams back in its entirety. It's funny, I wasn't joking when it says it takes like a good 2 and a bit hours just to do the fields. And the girl that is my friend, she on the school trip for 2 days tomorrow, so I'm going to be alone. Are you still having issues with people then, Enzo? Okay, that maybe... I've turned up my sound alerts. Flippin' heck. That went... I've turned it up, and I've been twigging with it because I normally... A chat can't hear it or I can't hear it, so now we both can hear it. Flipping heck. That made me go. Yeah, see, I kind of was expecting that. Because I turned my head to my screen, and it came up on my screen before it came through my headphones. It's when I'm not looking at my my dashboard, and that happens. It's like... So, after many, many, many hours thinking, I've decided the trees that are that side of us hang on, have you just driven past the fuel station then? Or what? Because up round my way, it's yes, sir, on the way home. Right, okay. I'm waiting for it. The thing I'm waiting for is the price of bread to go to £5 a loaf. That's what I'm waiting for. So yeah, these trees over there are going to come out, I've decided, and that's where the cow barn's going to live. Enzo, you won't be. What you'll learn, and everyone in chat would agree with me on this one, as you go through, you'll realise what friendship really means. What am I doing? Exactly. As you get older, and Danger would agree with me. Well, that's because you're never in here. You literally got to a point where you were rolling up, throwing "Where's my Massey" around, and literally leaving. You were hardly in here. I never said I hated you. If I hated you, you would have been blocked. I got fed up with you just putting that message out everywhere. Because I want the mods I've got on are active. And they're always in it. Like, this is the most you've actually talked in like 6 months. I'm actually surprised Kelly isn't in it today. I'm actually surprised Kelly isn't around. We don't actually need to be doing a third headland, do we? So actually we can start cutting into the field. That's kind of my mistake. I didn't actually need to do that. We can actually start cutting into the field. How flat is this one? The bottom end of this is actually pretty flat. How would the cow barn, if we deleted a bit of this field, how would the cow barn look in this corner? that way round I want it. Because it means then we won't need to take too much out. Yeah, see, it's still... We ran that, like, as close to that bottom edge as possible. And square at 90 to there. I think we won't need to take much out. But it only need to take a straight line out where that is. Yeah, that's fine. You got a alert button if you need to use it. It's one of the first things I'll put in the chat. Let's go up here because that's straight line. I'm hoping the 15 viewers in here will help punch the stream up today. I'm really, really hoping. Yeah, and guys, if you're not following, go follow my Discord as well, because I don't have a strict timetable at the moment when I'm streaming, because every day is kind of different with my work, but I'm on quite a bit during the week normally. So if you're not already, go follow my Discord. And those that aren't following yet, go smash that follow button for me, please. And then you'll never miss so yeah, the craze. So I'm definitely thinking soybeans may be an option to go with. We could actually save ourselves a ton of money and go down the road of whole crop silage. That may work as well. I think I've got a bit of lag coming in. So give me 2 seconds. Let me just do something quickly. That's better. Right, we're still up. We're still up to 13 people in here, which is good. Right, how's everything doing on here? Where? So we've got. Might need some more fuel. In a minute. Might need some more fuel in a minute. See if we can get this field done without getting any fuel. Okay, so I've still got the encoder overloading problem. So I'm there we go. So it seems to be weird, like sometimes, depends where I'm facing. So if I'm in cab, it's struggling. If I come out of cab, it's fine. Definitely could do with a variety of trees. I'm definitely thinking of planting. I think when we plant, I mainly want oak trees. I'm probably going to go down the road of. But definitely want to look at a tree planter because I don't think the player plants trees mod's coming out for a little bit. How full of the tank are we? 79%. I wonder if there's a fuel thing on the sim dashboard. Add widget. Fuel. Fuel left. That's better. So I'm just adding a couple of mods into sim dashboard. All I'm doing right now. Have we got fuel? I know what I want to do. I want to add widget. I want to go fuel. Is that what I want? Yep. Right, that's better. So I'm just literally setting up sim dashboard. So I've got screens for different things. That's better. So we've still got 6 gallons in the tank, which is good. We're at 90% full. We've still got that to go, so let's empty. So we'll get this field finished and that'll probably do for the stream. Thought that might have got cleared that then. You haven't missed much, Viking. Apart from me trying to centralise this over this, which is not the easiest thing in the world. The only problem with manual discharge. But how full is that? I haven't got my header on, I haven't got my dashboard on, have I? So I'll have to jump in here. 30% full. No, it's fine. Right. Don't snap to grid. I'm just adding some to sim dashboard quickly. That's better. That looks better. Right. So the trailer's now halfway full, which is kind of a good thing. So that's good, so that's empty. So I can't actually believe how much we've got off this. We might actually be able to afford the cow barn this year. It's still only 5, well no. So next game day, I think we'll be taking a whole load of trees out. And prepping for the cow barn, I think, is what I'm going to do next game day. Because I'm going to take a gamble that we're going to have enough cash to buy the cow barn for the spring. So I'm still not sure which side to have it on. I still don't know if to have it on this side or the other side. I'm still umming and ahhing with that at the moment, which side to go. Right. So before we park the equipment away, that's all the fields complete. We'll just check the map. Just make sure I've not missed anything. Yeah, strip. On the back end of there. And then, for the last 10 minutes, we're going to have a look at taking some trees out. Before we put this equipment away. Which field is it on? It's that one in the corner, so it's a strip missed. Is there? I can't see it. It's not obvious if it is. It should be there. And there's nothing. That's confused, mate. Right, let's go and empty this. There's not much in here. And then we'll go and have a look at some trees quickly before we call it a stream. Right. So the question is, do we go that side or this side? I'm thinking this side. I'm thinking of tucking it in against the back of the barn. Question is, how tight will it be to the chicken pen? Should be okay. We'll have enough room at the back as well. Okay. So we're going to take this, put it in the barn, and then we're going to go and cut a load of trees down. I'm tempted to buy that grapple that came out, but yeah. Let's turn that off. We do need to refuel this at some point, because we've got literally no fuel in here. But it's fine. So we're just literally going to hack a whole, like the whole of this forest out. And then the plan would be, once the barn's in, we're then going to replant a whole load of trees around it. So that's tight in that corner, that'll do. Right. Let's go and have a look at these trees. So we'll start with this one. Now, we want the HUD on. Okay, that was interesting. Hey, Solchi, Rick, hope you are doing well. Wagwan. Come on. That's better. About to say what's going on there. Yeah, didn't mean to do that, but it's fine. Hope you're doing well, Rick. Hope you're having a good day. I'm just marking out an area for a cow pen. It's literally what I'm doing right now. Hopefully I got that right and that won't hit anything. Now that should have highlighted in red. Nope. Maybe I've missed the boat on that one. Okay, so we want to basically cut, leave them two in. We want to take this one out. Okay, that's a big 30 metre. There you go. Right, that's that out. So this should bring in 20-30k. Give or take. Come on, where's the red line? Where's the red line? See, sometimes the red line comes up, sometimes it don't. Okay, right, they're all small numiscal trees. We'll worry about them in a minute. It's these big ones that I'm more worried about. Can always get a stump grinder in after the fact. Right, we'll take this one out. This is another big 30 metre. Wrong button. Okay, that was weird. No, sometimes there you go. Right. Let's just do this so we actually can see. And then we're going to cut all these to 6 metres and hopefully get them towed out with a tractor. So we should be making about 20k off this lot. So that should hopefully give us enough money to cover the outgoings for the year, plus some. I might do a little bit of this off camera as well later. So I don't want to do too much forestry on camera on here, because that's kind of not the point. Right. Anything else huge? And it needs to come out. Yep, this one. Could do with buying a stump grinder at some point, or a skid steer then. I don't think I better take that stump out, can I? That one I can. So it's weird, sometimes you can take the stumps out, sometimes you can't. Right, let's get this tuned. And now we might actually be able to see where the cow barn sits. So I will be replacing the trees in this block. Just because I don't want a complete empty vast space. If that makes sense, chat. Right. That'll probably be close to it. I might take this out and then have a look, take a few more out if we need to. We now should get a better indication of where that tree should sit. Right. Which one else needs to be done? This one out. Right. What I'll probably do is sell a load and then grab the mod that means I can just do them here. I don't plan to do a lot of forestry on this map. You just take this lot out. There you go. And then take that out. There you go. Boom. That looks better. That's looking semi-clearer now. Got a load of these little trees. You can just fell like that. So that big one needs to come down yet. Just going to super strength this up out of the way because that shouldn't have landed that way. Should just pull straight out. Open. There you go. Done. And then just take the leaves off. Right. That's better. Now we can start seeing what we're actually dealing with. Right, let's see how that looks from above. When that cow barn goes in. Right. Let's see how this cow barn looks. Now I've decimated half the forest. That's better. At least I now can see. Still got one more that could potentially come out. And a couple there. But that should give me a better... Yeah. Okay, so that is the limiting factor, is where that rock is. Why can that silage pit be on the other side? Might end up taking the whole forest out. So, what that's telling me, and I probably might do this off camera, but we're going to have to go and probably take out this one here. So what I might just do quickly on camera, we still got enough people in there. Right, can we actually level this down? There you go. Okay. We're just going to clear this forest. The whole place is going to come down. So yeah, off camera, what I'll probably do is get the logs cut up and stacked off camera for next stream. And then we can just come and pick them up. So I might just quickly cut everything. Just clear the whole yard. For the minute, we might just be able to take that barn out and put another barn in. Or change where the barn lives. Yeah, this is the tree I forgot about. Thing is, we can always replant trees, so it's not the worst case scenario. It's quite flat. Right. That's almost complete. Got a couple more to go down. I literally just dealing everything right. I said, I can always replant the trees back in later. So that is not an issue. Right. I think we're almost done. No, it's still a couple of... And then this one here can go that way. And then this big one. Right, let's see how that now looks from above. Yeah. To be honest, that chicken house may be going. Because there's still 2 trees. I've still got 2 trees hanging around it. Which isn't the end of the world. So, what that then means is... that potentially can go... Actually, we could have that in the middle of there. So potentially we actually need to clear the other side of there. Right, what time are we? Okay. Let's take out a few. Let's just keep going. We're going to end up taking the whole wood out. I can see it. And then we've got a blank canvas to play with at the back here. We've still got that massive area of wood. Still got the run. Let me just see if I can see anything through the leaves. It's very difficult. Yeah, we're going to have to do a lot of clearing. The branches won't take too long. You just got to find where they are. And then just clear them. That was just too high. Yeah, that was just way too high, but it's fine. Then this one at the back here needs to go. And then that's kind of that cleared. So yeah, by next stream, half of this lot should be tidied. And I might end up taking the rest of this lot out. Right, let's have a look from above, see how that looks now. I think that's fine. Because yeah, what it means is the cow barn can go there. And then potentially... So we've also got that. Problem is it's side on. You could have that. Now I normally zoom in so I can actually see inside these things. But it's not working today. I find it a bit peculiar. See, and then we could go to that. So that would sit. So you got a bit there. Where you got the large barn. That may actually work a bit better. I don't think the large barn's going to fit. So I'm thinking, yeah, a big vehicle barn. Again, that may not fit. Because of where this sits, it's in line with that bush, give or take. So if you have that, that cow, the chicken pen may have to move. And that's why I'm thinking that. So what then I'm thinking is, right, okay. Something like that going in there. Or you've got that. And that's kind of it. It'd be putting the chicken pen down first and then see what happens. Right, I'm calling that stream. So let's go raid someone. Okay, that was a mistake. I pressed the wrong button. Let me try that again.